This program has been rated mature by the Gaming Radio Network. It is unsuitable for under 18s due to content of an adult nature, which may be classed as offensive to some people.
Well, let's press button. Let's go. Currently, I'm on my own, so Dirk's not here. He hopefully will be in a little bit. So hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It's 3 PM on the 20th of March 2016, and this is This Week in New Eden, my weekly show that I do on Eve Radio. We also podcast it out, so if you're listening in post, hello. We're also live on Twitch and YouTube. Links have been posted in the in-game chat. Hello to all of you there in listener land. So where we talk about the week's news for EVE Online and this and this and this. Hello, Demon Referer. Right, now, I'm doing different this week because I've been doing Twitch and YouTube since I've got a new CPU. My old CPU is here. So, hello Avalon, my old CPU is here. That's an i5, even though it's in the i7 box. Actually, if I do these close up. By the way, we're live on Twitch and YouTube. So if I do this and do that, you guys in game, if you want to watch, you have your choice. You can either watch via Twitch TV or YouTube. We're on both. My old CPU, maybe it will see. I don't know. Let's see. Will it? No, it's not going to show the... Well, it might do. It might focus. Is it going to focus? Yeah. It's an i5 in there. An i5 4670K is what it was. And I'm now on an i7 4790K. So I can do this. I have the ability to do this. So I have the ability to do stuff. So I'm doing it. Hello. Apologies as well for the last 2 weeks off. I was not here for 2 weeks. The first week it was Mother's Day in the UK, and, well, Mother's Day, you have to spend time with family. The second week, my girlfriend was not well, so we had to go to the doctor's / hospital last week. So that's where we were last week. So, yes, but we are live, we're here, it's all good. As I said, no Dirk at the moment. Hopefully he'll join us in a little bit. He knows the show's live. I know the time's changed in the US and things have gone back, but anyway. Let's see what we are doing. Just having a quick check at my percentage of CPU. Oh, look, I'm at 73% CPU usage. You've got hardware and everything going. So anyway, lovely. This Week in New Eden, if you're wondering what this show is, if you're first time watching, I'll give you a thing. If you're a long-time listener, welcome back. It's a show where I do a weekly roundup of the goings-on in EVE Online. So pretty much we go over the news. Normally we do it weekly. I've missed 2 weeks, so we're going to go over the last week and a bit. It's basically a longer version of what I do every weekday, called the New Eden Update, which is a daily podcast that I do every day. I do it Monday to Friday, and pretty much I'm doing it in the same position in G244, although I've got the overview turned on at the moment because I have to see the chat in game. Anyway, so we're live here on Eve Radio, eve-radio.com, where you're listening live, or twitch.tv/eve-radio live for Twitch, or there's a big long link for YouTube. Basically, just go to bit.ly/ let's delete that as well. bit.ly/twine YT, TWINE, and the I in twine is small. Twine UYT for there, and that is where we do the show. So hello, thank you for joining us. Hope your spring equinox is fun and good. So let's get down to business. First order of business of the day. Let me look at my show doc. Well, let's look at the show doc. Citadel release. Yes, we have a date. We have a date for the Citadel release of EVE Online. Oh, by the way, do you like the EVE NT t-shirt for the video viewers? Do you like it? Yeah? I wasn't there. I could have been there, but I didn't be there. So yes. Oh, by the way, Twitch chat didn't connect. Connect to Twitch chat, please. Oh, come on. Stop being annoying, Twitch chat. Will you connect? Are you going to connect or not? I didn't realise Twitch chat isn't showing up, so let me remove it. It says it's connected. Let me do a test. Test. That's there. Oh, it's come up finally. It just hadn't connected. And YouTube Live is there as well. So if you're watching on, because you can watch on YouTube Live or you can watch on Twitch. Anyway, newfangled technology. It's always fun. Anyway. So yeah, Citadels. We have a date. We have... Yeah, no. Thanks, Emperor. I know it's working. It's just a case of it wasn't showing up on the video feed. But now it is. Which is... Yay. Although I don't like that chat. I'll have to work it out. Anyway, I'm using XSplit today, not OBS. Anyway. So... Let's have a look. We have a date. We have a date for the Citadel release. It was put out on updates... .eveonline.com, which is the CCP updated site thingamajig. And the date we have is just after FanFest, April 27th. Which, yes, it's going to be a Tuesday, because it will be. It's actually a Wednesday. That's a first. It's not really. April 27th is when we will have Citadel. It was announced. Well, it hasn't really been put out in any way, shape, or form. There hasn't been a dev blog that I can see. No, there hasn't been a dev blog that I can see, unless my dev blog feed is still... No, my dev blog feed is still up. Excuse me. So, yeah, I haven't seen one, but it's going. It's going. So, April 27th is the release of Citadels, which is the newest expansion. And now you can test the Citadels on Singularity. Pro tip, they're fucking huge. They really are huge. The Keep Stars, they are huge. Huge! They are bigger than big. I had when the Singularity server came up on Friday, I believe it was. Yes, Friday. It was quite interesting to see, you know, we get gifted stuff and we get this and get that. So what did I do? I went to the market, bought one, dropped an extra large in a high-sec system, and then the server went down. Where it says, oh, we're rebooting. I'm like, oh. But then I thought, oh, actually, this is good. That means it's going to be anchored. So it was. Literally anchored. Server came back up, it was anchored and done. Didn't have to wait 24 hours. Yes, as the dragon says, well, yeah, you can dock carriers in them. You can dock anything in them, in the extra large Citadels. You can dock carriers in normal stations. It's just the super carriers and the, super carriers. So super carriers and Titans you cannot currently dock in stations because they break the X-docking. But yes, it's huge. I undocked something from it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's good. And it zoomed out and I had to zoom all the way in to see it. And I'm like, where's it gone? Where's it gone? It's disappeared. Where is it? It's hiding. Tiny little... basically, I undocked an obelisk and it's like tiny. I undocked a Thanatos. Tiny. I undocked anything. Tiny. So yeah. Let me just turn off Dirk's. Let me put the no fade in and turn off the text for Dirk. There we go. Super carriers, yes. Again, super carriers come out. They're not... The size difference needs to happen. So the difference between supers and things, and eventually it will happen. I hope anyway. But yeah, it's fun. You can test all everything's on there, everything's seeded. Also, there was a mass capital super test on there. So if you're quick and you want to fly a Titan, jump on Singularity, go to the redeem system, and redeem some skill injectors. There's actually 16 skill injectors, and one of every super capital and super capital. So all 4 Titans and all 4 super capitals. If you want to play about with them, because they're currently on there. Remember, although you cannot redock them after they're done, unless you go into the keep style. But yeah. So it was fun. I had a little quick test and play around. Was a good little thing. The anchoring interface is intuitive, but it says, oh, you have to be a certain distance from this, a certain distance from that, and it's just drag here, put it there, drag there, put it there. Although I will say this, and it was, I was a little bit annoyed at some of the, some of the ways that stuff was put down, because it's like, oh, get a bookmark, and you warped to it. I had it on my overview, went to warp to it, and warped me 5,000 kilometers away from it, which was annoying in a freighter. But anyway, so yes, lots of fun, lots of new stuff coming out. But again, the 27th is when we will get the Citadels, which includes the new 4 auxiliary carriers. Many of the improvements, I'm reading this from Eve-NT UK, which they had a write-up on there, which was by, I believe, General Stargazer. Was it? No, Tiberius Stargazer, not General. Fleet and ship hangars added to dreadnoughts. New unique modules for all new modules for all weapons for capitals. Unique E-war ability for carriers, supercarriers. And by the way, you can test the new drones as well, and then the new fighters and fighter bombers on there. New Doomsday weapons, you can test those as well. The new fighters. The new control interface, and the separation of carrier and triage, and also the force auxiliaries are on and seeded as well. So if you want to go and try them, they are all currently on Singularity for testing, which is good. It's lots of fun, so go out there and have some fun. But remember, mess tests if you're around during the EU time zone. And I'm going to close that window. Did I close the other window? No, but it doesn't matter. I've closed the window next to me, so hopefully not much sound comes in. If you're around in the EU time zone, go to a mass test if you can. They're lots of fun. And, it helps out. You can check things, what's going on. And, see how it is. It's a bit lonely this week because I've been a bit busy and doing stuff. I've been doing the new Eden updates all this week, and I've been a bit busy in real life and stuff as well. But anyway, so yes. What else is on the docket? I don't know. I've talked about that. Oh, yes. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about... No, I don't want it in blue because I won't be able to see it in green. The hunt that is going on right now. EveOnline.com/thehunt. Raid Garista's facilities. Yes, so let's post these links places. Pretty much what's happening right now is that... can I post it in chat there? Can I post it in chat there? Oh, I can. Garista's facilities. For the launch of Valkyrie, or Valkyrie, however you wish to say it, there is an in-game event going on right now. You have to scan out and look in your overviews for the following locations. There's 2 places. The detention facilities, which are lightly guarded, and they're in all areas of space, and transportation facilities, which are heavily guarded in low-sec only. These are Garista's facilities. You can get loot out of them, reports of Quaif and geckos coming out of them, which is good. I'm sure Lockfox has a lot of that to say, or a lot to say about that on the Prosper Market Show, because we were talking earlier on, actually, myself and Lockfox, and I need to check something, so I'm going to bring up the market. I need to check the plexes, because we were talking the other day, and they still haven't, they're rebounding back up again a little bit. So plexes were close the other day to dropping, on Friday, they were close to dropping down to thing. They were close to dropping under 1 billion, which is interesting. So yes. It could be an interesting time, but it seems that the market has rebounded slightly, which is good. We always like to see that. We always like to see the market rebounding, because if you don't see it rebounding, what happens is, people go, oh, he's dead. But still. Anyway, so there's 9 people on Twitch and nobody on YouTube. Nobody on YouTube. Because we're live on YouTube as well. I'll get you the... is there a short link? No, there is a short link. And I'll just post it. Not there. Where was the short link? I'll find the short link. It's over here somewhere. That one. Copy address. I can paste it into Twitch chat. So that's the short link if you want to come and watch on YouTube. If you fancy YouTube, because I have YouTube running. Because, well, YouTube. Because the way it works. Because I put the show to YouTube anyway. So if I stream it directly to YouTube, it happens. Yeah, well, this is true, Noisy, as well. If Eve were dead, the prices would keep going up because no one would want to buy ISK. I know. Thank you, Thomas. Sorry, thank you, Thorg, in-game, for posting them there. I just had the short one from Twitter because that's where it was. But yeah, no, I agree with that. If Eve was dead, then reasons. It's a bit of a dead show as well today. Again, I haven't really prepped. I've prepped, but, you know, it's real life. But we're talking about the Gristis hunt. this is the launch out for Valkyrie, and also when you're doing these sites, collect the TEBS interfaces, the TEBS interfaces, and they are going to be taking them in, and the top 20 collectors will have their name mentioned in a commemorative landmark. Now, this is interesting. I wonder where that's going to be. Probably somewhere in Caldari space, maybe, don't know. But as a part of the hunt, there is actually a spring sale, a special event on the New Eden store. 50% off all frigate skins. So dozens of skins, standard faction and designer skins, only during the hunt. So there's 50% off all skins right now on the store. So, yes. You want to go do that. And again, celebrate it well. Again, there's limited offers. And free or rare Valkyrie themed skins with selected Aurum bundles as well, and all plexes are 10% off according to the site. So yes, it's all interesting to see what is happening. What else do we have on the list to do this week? Well, let's do it this one. The Caldari Navy has intercepted Garista's convoy in Black Rise, the RP event that went on this week or on the news feeds. Again, to go with the information and things going for the Valkyrie release, posted everywhere, because I post everywhere and all that. What's going on with this? Let's see. The scope can now confirm the rumours of the skirmish in the early hours of this morning, which was the 16th of March. That left a significant number of Caldari Navy vessels in need of repair and more than 24 Garista's vessels destroyed. So yes. Eagle Point, there's the Twitch page. Well, there's the two. You got Twine Twitch and Twine YouTube. The Twitch page is the Eve Radio Twitch page. And the YouTube is my personal YouTube for YouTube Gaming, where I do all my other YouTube stuff because, well, reasons. But anyway, moving back. In a statement issued by the Caldari Navy approximately an hour ago, Wing Commander Hiyakamai Kuramoto of the Caldari Navy's 37th Octopus Squadron confirmed that 3 Caldari Navy Caracal-class cruisers and 4 Scorpion-class battleships were heavily damaged in an engagement close to the Enilurai system Stargate in Agakai in Black Rise this morning. Again, I butcher names. That's what I do. That's how I'm going to do it. The contact occurred after Navy forces tracked and intercepted what was believed to be a Garista's production logistics convoy, and this starts the whole hunt event. And they basically, there was propaganda put out over the billboards. The Valkyrie have said some stuff. So pretty much that's what's happened with that. It's all going good and all going interesting to see how these launch events are building up. Because obviously the Oculus Rift comes out soon, you know. Oculus Rift. Ship date. I think it's the 28th. So yeah, basically this time next week. Next Monday, the following Monday. The earliest orders will be shipped. If you pre-order now, you won't get it until July. But basically, people who have backed it, you might already have it, or you might start getting it soon. And that's pretty much, you know, how it is and how people are getting it. And this is going to have the launch event. Obviously, we've got the launch event for Valkyrie going on, but also that's going to be tied in to, yeah, soon. Gadria says soon. TM. I would do a TM, but TM. The way that it is and the way that the launch event's going. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday about VR, a couple of friends. As much as I would love to see VR do massive and do really, really well, it's still a very niche product. It's a very expensive product. And this is me going to go on a tech rant here. So apologies if you're here for the Eve News. Well, I've had a bit and we're going to go on a tech rant right now. Right now, the pricing of the Oculus Rift and the Vive and for a lesser extent, the PlayStation VR that places every normal gamer, and when I mean normal gamer, I mean most people who just play games on their PC, out of the market. You're going to have your hardcore gamers who are literally going to pay whatever to get it. They are going to pay their tons of money to get VR, and it's going to be good. But I was listening to a podcast last week, maybe the week before, that said that there is only a single digit amount of PCs in percentage that are ready to run VR. Because remember, you need to have a minimum of a 970, a GTX 970 or NVIDIA equivalent or AMD equivalent. Right? And yes, Noisy, you are hardcore. Hardcore. Like that, Like, what's his face? Like Duke Nukem. But yeah. The point is, I would love to spend, if I had the money just lying around, I'd love to buy, probably the HTC Vive, not the Oculus Rift. Moodkin says, it's okay, I got a Titan. Yeah, having a Titan's one thing. Making sure you can actually use it. And remember, it might not be, it might not just be your GPU. It might be your CPU or your system, because you've got to have at least two. You've got to have two USB 3 ports that are free, and another USB 2 port for the controller. I think maybe the point I'm trying to make this out is, it's new. Yeah, my computer's a monster. And that's the way it is. And again, I could. Well, I can't. I've only got 770. But having it with, the stuff, again, it's about having the amount of money to spend on it and disposable income. $600, £700 or $700, $800, whatever. Even the $350, $400 for PlayStation VR, are, complete. I don't want to say completely, but it is very, very expensive, And I talk about it all the time, and if it's in easy reach, stuff like this, Google Cardboard. You can see on the Twitch feed. This is an I Am Cardboard, Google Cardboard, thing, and it's literally it's a piece of cardboard. It's cheap VR, but it does the job, right? And all it's doing is using the processing power of my phone, And it's the same thing that what's it called does, Same thing that the Samsung, the Gear VR and all that sort of stuff is doing. They're doing exactly the same things. The Gear VR is just using the processing power of the phone, and the Gear VR is just literally a box you stick it in with a touchpad on the side. And when that's assembled, you slide your phone into it, and away you go. You can wear it and look at and use cardboard for whatever reason, and use your VR experience. And it is just that. It's just a basic VR experience. You have to remember that, we as gamers and people have been trying VR for years. Remember that remember the Lawnmower Man? Everyone remembers that from way back when. The Lawnmower Man and all this sort of stuff, and it's just, well, you have because you bought a Samsung, you bought a thing, you bought a 6, a Samsung S6. My other half, she has an S6. I wouldn't buy one. I will be honest. I will be totally honest. I wouldn't, I wouldn't buy a Gear VR. If I had the money knocking around, maybe I would, but I don't just have it spare. That's why I bought, a Google Cardboard, for that very reason, so I can try basic VR in its premise. Mutican says, I don't remember the Lawnmower Man. Hello, Krem. Krem, if you're around, jump on TeamSpeak. Because I'm on my own, as you can tell. You don't remember the Lawnmower Man, Mutican? Oh, mate. You know what? That's something you need to go watch. Netflix, Google Play, whatever. Go watch it. Go and watch it. Lawnmower Man was classic 80s. Was it 80s? Was it 80s or was it 90s? Oh, you're down the bottom. There you go. See, I didn't see you down there.
Yeah, I'm hiding.
You're hiding. Anyway.
Yes, you're always hiding.
Yes. How you doing, Crib?
Better than I have been.
Better than you have been?
For the weeks.
Ah, well.
Been dying.
Everyone's been dying. We didn't do a show last week because my girlfriend, I say she was dying. She wasn't. She was just unwell. But
yeah, we heard on Twitter.
Yeah, well.
Hopefully she's okay.
Exactly. She's fine. But we are live on Twitch and YouTube at the same time because reasons.
Yes.
Because I can actually do it.
Hello YouTube. Hello Twitch.
Yeah, as I said before, again, I'm just going to say it now. Upgraded the CPU. I've gone from an i5 to an i7, so I can do it now. But yeah. Mukin says, I was born late 80s, not an old man like you. Screw you, I'm only 35. But anyway, go watch The Lawnmower Man. It's a great film.
Don't watch 2. Never watch 2.
No, don't watch 2. Two never
only
existed.
Only one exists, yeah.
Yeah, only watch 1. Never 2. Never 2. But yeah, no, I don't know how much you caught the conversation I was having with myself, Krim, about VR, but it's a very, very niche and new thing. I mean,
yeah.
PlayStation VR. What's your take on PlayStation VR?
Pass. Purely because you haven't seen the software yet. I reserve all judgments about VR until we actually physically see the software.
Oh, I agree.
Because the hardware may be all impressive, and oh my god, it's like how much money per one. But if the software is shit, what's the point?
Well, this is true. This is true. Again, it all depends on what you're running on it. And the people have said, right now, people have seen PlayStation VR. They have said that there is the word I can't remember for it now. They said that the fidelity isn't. It is exactly not the same. It's not like you're using an Oculus Rift or a HTC Vive. It's not as good, but it's as good. It's good enough for what it is, because it's a single 1080p panel as well.
Yeah, you're paying for the quality.
Yeah.
Essentially, the reason why, reportedly, the PSVR has been sold at a profit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, apparently somebody's turned around and said the PSVR has been sold at a small profit.
Really?
Yes, which is the complete opposite what the Oculus has been saying. Because to be honest, if the Oculus is selling at a loss and they don't sell the software, that's been gone in years.
Yeah.
It needs to sell quite well. At the moment, if it was to put money on something, it would be the PSVR purely because it's marketable.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to buy an Oculus Rift or anything like that, will go, oh yeah, it's this amount of money. This amount. What is it? 600 quid? I can't remember the price.
The Oculus. Yeah, it's the Oculus is 5. I think 6, 5, and
Yeah, so basically they say, 600 quid. What PC do we need? Oh yeah, you need at least $1,000 worth of PCs. Like, and like half the price, you've got the PSVR because you need a PlayStation. The PS4 itself, plus the camera, plus PlayStation Move, which will bumps up the price around about, let's say, the PSVR to get it to work. If you only own a PS4, would be around about 400 420.
Well, right, you don't need the camera and you don't need the Move. What they sell as the kit will work, and it will work with VR. If you want the full experience, then you need a Move controller, which a lot of people might have already, and you need the camera, which again a lot of people might have already, but they're not stupidly expensive add-ons.
This is exactly why the PlayStation has the advantage. It already has an install base. It already has that X million install base. So even if 10% of PlayStation users pick up the PSVR just for a lark or anything like that, it's not only has it possibly double the lifespan of the PlayStation, but it's also they will make money back on it, guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
And developers will will slowly gravitate towards PlayStation and PC because PC you need to have a specific setup. While the PlayStation you just need 2 parts.
Yeah, you plug the thing in and away you go.
Yeah, because it's it's going to be much easier to develop for PlayStation than it is for any other format.
Well, yes, but Sony have already said that if any game that drops below 60 FPS, they will not support it. It physically won't run in the headset.
Yeah, which is fair enough. But then again, we've already seen the PlayStation is capable of 60 FPS quite happily.
Well,
it's just that a lot of places don't want to optimize it. But this is also the leading on to that. Did you know that they're also possibly releasing an update to PlayStation 4?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, with a slightly faster CPU and RAM. It could be. It could be the slim version, or it could be the thing that I'm suspecting.
Yeah,
it's essentially turning around and basically saying, "Look, if you want to use PlayStation VR, the newer version will be the optimal one to use."
This is true, and again, you know, why we're talking about this on an Eve show, on Eve Radio, and on Twitch and all that. It ports back into Valkyrie and things like that, where you look at Valkyrie is going to be on PC and PS4. They've already stated that it's a launch title for both pieces of hardware. Go on.
Sorry, I was going to say it's essentially a poster child. If the game does well, this will be what people want to push forward.
Yes, exactly.
So CCP is kind of like, this is a make or break for them, because if it kind of falls flat on its face, that's a lot of money they've invested into both pieces of hardware, then they're not going to get any return off. Not even marketing wise or anything else. Because I can guarantee you, if this does well on both PlayStation and Oculus, one or the other will push more money at them, saying, "Look, you've done all this, here's a lot more money, come it's to us. Do all this for us."
Well, again, I was in the pub yesterday, actually, meeting up with some friends, getting a passport application signed, and we were talking about this. And what's going to happen is this: I can tell you exactly what it's going to be. There's going to be a clear winner, whether it is Oculus or HTC or Sony or another party that may not be in there at the moment. There's going to be a clear winner.
AMD.
AMD, yeah, with their one. Yeah. But remember, their one's like a whole PC on a thing. However, the clear winner isn't going to be the best. I'll tell you that right now. The winner is not going to be the best.
Because if you think about it, look at console variety. Look at last generation. The clear winner was the Wii, and that was the least powerful system out of the three of them.
Oh, the Wii.
Purely because it's marketable.
Well, exactly.
This is the point. It doesn't matter how powerful your thing is. If you can't market it to the mass market at a reasonable price point, nobody's going to touch it.
This is true. This is very, very, very true. And this is how it is. I'll just say hello to my other half. You're right, other half.
Hello.
She's just got back home from being out for a bit, so... Anyway, again, it's about... Again, you said marketing, and it's about money. That's what it is. It's about having the money to do it and put things through. And, you know, CCP, yes, they've got a lot riding on it, whether it be on the Gear VR. Well, they're on all the platforms apart from the Vive. But I hope they probably will. I hope the Vive will be compatible with Valkyrie and that. It should be. But, I don't know. Noisy says Dubeden. I don't know what it says Dubeden. Dubeden. Dubeden.
Dubeden.
Dubeden. I don't know.
Dubeden.
But this is the thing. It's a lot of money to put into it. And yes, you know, Valkyrie is an amazing... It's going to be an amazing launch title. And the same with Gunjack as well. It was announced this week that Gunjack... It was this week. That Gunjack is going to be coming to the PC as well on March 28th. On the launch of, you know, Oculus. It's on the Vive as well. So, on the launch of Oculus VR next Monday, Gunjack will be launching for Gunjack launch for Gear VR, and it will also be, it says coming to the PC on the launch notice, which says to Oculus Rift and HTC Vive. Now, this is the thing. Gunjack uses the Unreal 4 engine, which is easy to program for, and works very well, and works very well on phones. The one thing I want to know, are they just upscaling it? Because
possibly, I'm looking at there's some of the screenshots right now, and hopefully this is alpha footage, but the close-ups and stuff, you can actually see the jaggedness of the edges, and it does look very rough. So I'm hoping they do a bit more texture work on the height.
Well, yeah. But still. I'm trying to think. It's still going to be the $9.99 price point, so it'll come out and it'll be done. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Noisy said double it then. My spinning bug isn't very good. I know it is. I know it is. Anyway, so yeah. Trying to think what I'm saying. But yeah, it's just it's all push for VR, and I don't really want to be the bad one to say that VR, it's like smartwatches and it's like smartphones when they first came out.
Well, yeah, similar. Let's put a gaming related one in. It's motion control. It's the next evolution of motion control.
Yeah.
Look how many people. The Wii took off essentially, and everybody else jumped on board of it, going, "This is the next generation of control, and everybody's going to use it. This is the way forward, and everything else." Everyone's gone back to pads.
Yeah.
This is the thing. If VR is going to succeed in the way people want it to succeed, it has to replace virtually everything, which it's not going to do. People are still going to use control pads. People are still going to use keyboard and mouse. People are still going to use monitors. And unless you can get 100% of the population using VR, it's not going to be as popular as people think it's going to be.
This is true. It's the way it is. Oh, apparently I've got to say double then.
Double then.
She just smiled at me, Noisy, so obviously it was right, and I said it right. Oh no. Is that hello, welcome home? Oh, it's good afternoon. Okay. Thanks. There we go. Yeah, VR is going to be it's first gen stuff, and you know what? Yeah, Noisy is exactly right. It's like V says when they first came out, the best quality format didn't win. Yeah. What, you saying Betamax was a better quality?
Doom.
But Betamax didn't win purely because they didn't allow porn on it.
Yeah. Well, this is the main thing that's going to win the VR. It's porn industry. Same with Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Same with the internet. And the same with mobile phones and everything.
Yeah, but like we're saying, tech-wise, VR as it stands is a side grade, and that's all it's going to be for now. Until let's say about 4 generations down the line, where it gets cheaper and more. Let's put it this way: Generation 4, portable devices that you just unfold and put in your head using your phone. That is when I think. When you can take VR mobile, let's put it this way: Google Glass was the closest thing to get into that.
Yeah.
If you get more Google Glass, I think it's going to take off. Until it leaves the living room, it's going to be a niche product.
I guess. Again, it's just the way it is, and still, it's just how it is and all that jazz. But still, we've got about 20 minutes left of the talk part of this show, because I'm only going to do an hour, because Dirk's not here today. Plus, I've got stuff to do, as in play music, and also finish doing the washing, as in I've got to turn things around. That's what
Yeah, that's work.
Well, it's got to be done. It's Sunday. Anyway, getting back to the news and stuff, there really wasn't. Again, it's been a quiet week. There's been a lot of engagements going on in Eve. Lots of, carriers and supers and titans getting blown up. And there was a very interesting. It was an article actually on TMC this week called "Meta Goes to 11" or "Raises Edge Meta Goes to 11."
Oh God, what did I miss though?
No. It says this is a quote. For my money, Uberka Serapha infiltration was an act of despicable brilliance. An operation as cruel as it is astonishing, it serves a simultaneous testament for both the virtues and the evils of a truly open-ended, massively multiplayer game. That was written by Tom Francis of PC Gamer back in 2006, of one of the biggest heists in EVE. And the article does say, and it's here, I'll post it everywhere so people can see it at all the places. It does say that EVE is a social experiment on top of an MMO. And it is. You know, the Guiding Hand Social Club and stuff like that. You know, but the problem is, it says here, I go, he goes, one of the, and you'll agree with this on this, Krem, one of the problems of joining any MMO is the catching up effect.
Oh yeah, we got to catch up. Yeah.
This is why the interest is high in beta tests and population soar when MMO starts out, as people want to get in on the ground floor. Even if they're unsure of how long they'll stick around with it, CCP set Eve apart by making the game non-grind, with real-life skills applicable, so you could play it on max, sort of. And he goes, and we should also know that Eve is winning many MMO player awards between 2006 and 2009 based on fan voting. Players were invested and loved Eve. Around the same time, game features were expanding fast, not just new ships, but so-called Jesus features. Things like faction warfare, wormholes, planetary interaction, incursions. But then CCP's decision to let the meta take the game where players took it was a brilliant move. Decisions came about, with a price. The payment of that design debt. That is what we see now with the hyper meta Eve players sitting on top of their corpse comms where other players, while playing other games. You know, PL Corps and PLOG Mumble and stuff like that, where you're talking about a game and you're playing another game, but you're going, oh yeah, we got a carrier tackle, jump in, do it, done, right, go back out. It says, moving on, it says, right now, PL, Snuffbox and NC and others are pounding the Imperium's SMA flank, hoping to build on what the progress of I Want ISK mercenary hirings have been going on. The next level has always been there, which is breaking Goon Swarm, which is what a lot of people want to do. And it's what seems to rally the troop, a purpose, which is true, Krem. You can understand that. You have a purpose to do something. You want to do it.
Yeah. Basically, if you want to throw down the government, you do so.
Yeah.
Just eventually.
If you don't, well, that's what it is. It says, that's the key to all gaming activity. And Matt Roll wrote this for Eve News 24. Says, sorry, for TMC, not Eve News 24. It says, sometimes I think of my job as my space job as something important. When when that happens, I remind myself there are people in your own corporation that have no idea that he works for TMC, and they don't even care. If they knew, they don't read the news or Reddit, but they do read the Eve forums. These guys represent the majority of Eve players, logging in to have fun and getting to that next level. Maybe it's time to get back to expanding Eve. Maybe we need to make it bigger and give the rest of us another level in the game. Meta players have already taken it to the last level, and they are already at 11. What's your thoughts on that, Krem?
Well, what I take away with it is the fact that basically there's multiple levels of play, and unfortunately, most of the player base is at that other level. And got a lot of people trying to catch up with it. It's really hard. That's always been an issue, really. You got the meta level, and you got the gamer level. Unfortunately, most people want to get that meta level. The meta level is just essentially the meta level is not playing the game, but just having integrated into your life. Essentially, it's it's basically a Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Is that the best way to put it?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a Tamagotchi.
It is. Mutkin, I didn't say that we need. I don't think he meant we need more space. What I think he meant in the article, and I can chat to him about it anyway, is that space needs to feel big again, and people don't need just to buddy up. I know people love buddying up in the Imperium, so they're all happy, and the Imperium buddy up with their friends because it's nice and it's easy and it's doable. The problem is that makes for a boring game. That makes for a really boring game when you can sit and, AFK Ishtar rat enough to buy a Plex because someone else is selling it in Jita for a certain amount. And you realise all you're doing is logging in to do that, to get the money, to buy the Plex and maybe go on a couple of fleets a week. Is it really worth doing it?
And you died.
Is it?
Well, for the person that used to do it, no, it isn't. Because all you're doing is paying for... is investing your time in maintenance mode. You want to actually play a game, not just make sure you've got an account running.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you to the person who just followed us. I saw it. It was Azioth Cult. Thank you for following. It popped up on the screen and I heard it. So thank you. Thank you for following the Eve Radio Twitch feed. Follow to let you know when we go live on doing things like this and other shows that we do. Gadris in game says Elite Dangerous is good for making big space big and can easily go out and explore the unknown universe and feel isolated from everything else. I know. I've done it in Elite. I've gone like 20k, 30k light years. No, probably even further. and been out for a week, 2 weeks at a time, and then turned around and come back because I wanted to, you know, turn in the data I had. It's exactly like that, you know. The point I think with Eve is that when you buddy up, when you get it all nice and buddy, and you know, and everything, it's
counterproductive.
Yeah, it is.
Essentially, the game is meant to be a PvE, a PvPvE type game. Everybody is supposed to be, on some level, semi-aggressive. But the problem is, people are just too nice.
Yeah, well, this is the problem. This is what I've heard, actually, switching gears slightly to The Division. A lot of people have said that it's great, but you don't want to go rogue in the dark zone because you'll just get killed straight away.
I'm a Division player now, so I can put my hands up and say, yes, I've sinned. But essentially, my issue with the Dark Zone is that I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like people walk in and they're too afraid to go in because they don't want to be killed. Because there's been various incidents so far where people have accidentally shot somebody off. It's like, oh my god, please don't shoot me, please don't kill me, I want my gear. Yeah. And all they want to do is go in there to farm gear. They don't want to. And missing the core point of the game. Well, the core point in that game is basically you're going into a section of game where PvP is expected to happen, but it never does because people are too afraid to engage and lose all the stuff. Same with Eve. Zero Space is the Dark Zone. You expected to lose stuff, but people are too afraid to lose it.
Yeah, this is it. Just how it is. Thanks for the comment there, Thog, for the nice camera selection at the video broadcast, the Gita station. Yeah, well, it's where I do the Eden update from. I kind of do it from just in the undock as well, and where it is. Again, games are games, and I you know, I don't want to be that guy, but I've always been that guy saying, well, you know, Eve, is it potentially got any steam left in it? And yes, it does. It has a very good following currently, but the point that I say to it is, and the point I'm going to say to it, I'm just going to have a quick look. Let me load the launcher quickly. There is currently, if one wants to load up, 32,544 players online in Eve right now. And I'm just loading up the Second Life launcher that I use to check that, because that has their stats on there as well. And the thing says it has how many? Come on. You're going to give me a number or not? It's not going to give me a number. It used to. They must have changed it in the launcher update. They've taken it off. But yeah, I don't know how to see how many people are in world, but Second Life has always had like 10k more, and that's people just earning money. That
because it's business.
Well, it is. You know, it is.
It's more business than game.
I earn. Get this. I did a DJ set in Second Life last night. Yes, I know. I'm talking about something I did outside of Eve Radio because I felt like doing it with my girlfriend. I earned £4.50. Because why not? It was fun. It was a good fun time to do it.
Better than nothing.
Oh, I mean, but that's the thing. I used that to pay for the songs that people requested, so it was done. The thing that gets me is that games are good and Eve is good. It's a great game, and we are finally getting new citadels and we're getting new capital changes and all this and all that.
Yeah, I've been reading up on that. I'm very interested to see how that's going forward.
It's going to be how it goes. But cut the login numbers by her because of multi-credit on my accounts. Me saying, yeah, I agree, but then remember the way it is with Eve. No. Maybe two. Maybe cut it in a third. Maybe. But even then, the multi-boxing just died off a while ago. So, Mukin says, Eve is love, ease of life. It is, but...
me and Wakes can both test the fact that we could have said the same thing about World of Warcraft, but it's like, do you really want to invest more time into something that I'm not doing much in? Not really. There's other stuff.
What you mean, like that I've got two of these sat here?
Yeah, so now.
Krem knows exactly what I've just pulled out the drawer. 2 60-day prepaid game time codes. I got them cheap.
You didn't even show the camera. You know what you're talking about.
Pulled it straight out of the drawer. It's cheap. It's done.
You mean the one I've got in my drawer as well?
Yeah, you've got you. I've pulled mine out and it's done. I don't know. I just think I really do love Eve, and I love the interaction with it and what happens. What I would like to see is more people shooting each other and not buddying up. The thing I don't like is I don't like the Imperium. I don't like the fact that you've got 20,000 people plus whatever buddying up, not shooting each other.
What I've already said, there needs to be some mechanism in the game to, and I wouldn't say force, but to encourage people to do more. If there was a tiny little mechanism that takes over in 0-0, that just say, you haven't tried it in a while, we're going to turn some stuff off. See, a little thing like, to get power to your pulse, you need to farm from players, and the item will only drop from player kills. Essentially like the years in Diablo 2. You know, you couldn't do anything with them, but they were useful, and they only came from players. If they had like some sort of fuel, like only generated by your player deaths, like it was in their little pod thing.
Yeah.
If that was a little fuel to get your pods going, that would have helped more.
Oh, it would. And again, it's just, that's right. Again, once the gates to unknown space built, we'll call the Imperium space high sec. Yes, Noisy, maybe we will.
Yeah. Essentially, the way things are going, 0-0 will be 0.1. Hopefully.
Miso on it. I know there are people out there that still run 6, 7, 8 accounts. I know there are multi-boxes out there, but the most people just got rid of the sign-alts. They got rid of all that stuff. Yeah, there are multi-boxes out there that run 5, 6, 7 accounts in mine. But the point is, do you really want to do that? Are you having fun doing that? Booting up 5, 6, 7 accounts, running them legitimately through IS Boxer and stuff like that you can do to do window management and stuff like that, not command pacing or stuff like that. The point is it fun? Is it fun? Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's, as we said before, it's the difference between are you having fun or are you working?
Are you doing it to keep your accounts running?
Yeah, essentially. So, like Mutini. Sorry, I'm kind of butchering your name here, but you've got so many accounts. Who's running all 7 accounts simultaneously? Fun for you, if it is, fair enough. But are you logging in and basically thinking, "Oh, I've got to do this today. Oh, this is my new job," type of thing? Yeah.
You go, Miso says, I find this is a nice belt and bingo multi-boxes. No, I agree. I'm not disputing that fact. What I'm saying is it fun?
Yeah.
You know?
Fair enough.
It's how it is. But still, fun. Fun is a relative thing and a relative term. But we are going to end the talk show / stream now. And we're going to go back to music, because I'm going to play some music and I've got to go sort things out around the house. I've got to do the... actually, it's the bedding for the day bed. I need to sort that out because it's all been washed today, so it's drying at the moment. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching / listening / viewing in live or post, if you're doing that. I'd like to thank you, Krem, for hanging around or jumping on and having a chat, keeping me company.
I'm always around on Sunday. Just give me a tweet next time.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I thought Dirk might be around, but obviously he wasn't. Well, whatever. Anyway, anything you want to pimp, Krem, before we wrap things up?
I have a Twitch channel.
You have a Twitch channel?
Yeah, follow me on my Twitch channel.
Yep, so
Krem's
in the chat, so if you wave in the chat, Krem, if you all go there and you can follow him there. And, think, Noisy, stop it, will you really? Really? I know your Bulgarian's a bit rusty, but seriously, I'm not going to say ciao. No. It's a guy in America. He speaks a little bit of Bulgarian. A little bit. But I'm saying at the end of the show, I'm saying goodbye, and we're still saying goodbye. Ciao. And he just literally typed ciao in the chat. Do you want to say something to him? Do you? Or not? I don't know. Do you want to say hello to him or something?
I can always say something. I would rather hear him talk.
Okay, well, he's not there. Anyway, I'm you know what? I'm opening the window because it's a bit hot and I'm getting a bit frustrated and stuff. Anyway, music will carry on on Eve Radio now. So if you want to carry on listening to the music, go to eve-radio.com. That's where we're going to be carrying on the songs and the music. Show.gamingradio.net to get all the past shows and episode notes for this one. That's pretty much it. I am out of here. Well, I'll be back in a minute, but, you know, in a few minutes or whatever. But, you know, for Twitch viewers, that's pretty much it. So, say goodbye, Krem.
Goodbye, Krem.
You did it right.